What's up, guys? You're watching Boy TV, and we are back with another reaction. Today we'll be reacting to Had a Dream by Roger Hodgson. This was suggested by a patron, so you know how to check it out. This is a live performance from his post Supertramp days. If you are a returning viewer to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a ton. There are 100,000 of you guys that watch my videos and return to my videos, but over 85% of you guys are not subscribed. I know it can be easy to forget because my videos just pop up. I do the same thing sometimes. If this is your first time to the channel, I am new to the rock genre, exploring the mini classic rabbit holes, having a blast. If you want to join me on that journey, take a second to scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss a video when I post. It helps out the channel tremendously. And if you guys are interested in exclusive content or you want to ensure that I react to your suggestion, definitely consider checking out the Patreon. The link will be in the description. I have tons of reactions to classic songs that got blocked here from YouTube, songs that I know you guys would enjoy. That being said, let's get right into this video.
We're going to do something for the first time, and you're going to get to see this song played for the first time, and I don't know what's going to happen. So here are the lyrics, guys.
man, this was a solid song from Roger Hodgson. I felt like it ended kind of abruptly there, but this song had a great vibe to it. A really like uplifting and hopeful vibe. I like the way they built this song up in the intro. I didn't know which direction this song was gonna go. With those screams at the beginning, I thought it might take a darker turn, but it kind of lightened up as it went. Love the keyboard on this song. It was one of like the main drivers of keeping that uplifting feeling. I enjoyed the bass line on this song, and the drums were really good as well. I like how this song had like varying levels of intensity and speed. They definitely had some dynamic changes in there. There were some great riffs on this song, and I really enjoyed when Roger Hodgson kind of did his own thing on the guitar. Definitely some fun stuff. Now let's get into the lyrics on this song. He said, "Had a dream I was born to be naked in the eye of the storm, and now it's standing right in front of me. What's it going to do to me? Who knows? Had a dream it was time to be taken to the front of the line. Well, that is not a place you want to be, sleeping with the enemy, you know." So I think he's saying here that he had a dream that he was destined to be the guy that stands in the face of adversity. He said, "Had a dream I was born to be naked in the eye of the storm, and now it's standing here right in front of me." So being naked represents being vulnerable, and then he's uncertain as to what's gonna happen to him as he stands up to this thing, or is within this thing, this storm. Then he said, "Had a dream it was time to be taken to the front of the line, and that's not where you want to be." So basically feeling like it's his duty to go out and fight for something. He kind of feels like he has to go into enemy territory and really be first line of defense to whatever threat that this is. Maybe he's talking about standing up against authority or like being a catalyst for change, but whatever it is, he feels called to do it. The chorus goes, "I don't care what the future brings, give a dang about anything, I'd be fine if they'd only leave me alone, but it's time, gotta take a stance, cause I won't get a second chance, and I know now I have to make it alone." So he's saying like, I don't particularly care for this mission, I don't want to have to do it, but I basically have to because it affects me as well. He feels some sense of duty to use his abilities to make a stand against whatever this thing is. Next verse he says, "Had a dream it was war, and they couldn't tell me what it was for, but it was something they could lie about, something we could die about, you know, anytime, any place, when you look that man in the face, well, it is not a face you want to see, sleeping with the enemy, you know." So now he's kind of questioning the motives behind the genesis of whatever this war is. He said, "Had a dream it was war, and they couldn't tell me what it was for, but it was something they could lie about." He's having a hard time trusting the leaders of this conflict. He suspects that they're in cahoots with the enemy. So the two opposing sides of this war are just kind of two sides of the same coin. Next verse he says, "Mary, can you hear me? Can you tell me what it's all supposed to mean? Holding out a photograph of all that I've seen. I wish I could hold you. I wish I could hold you." So I don't know what Mary he's referring to here, but he's looking for some guidance on this, some explanations, and he kind of desires to be comforted by this Mary. Could be a religious reference, but I'm not quite sure. Last verse I'll go over, he says, "Had a dream it was time to be a witness at the scene of the crime. Well, that is something you can analyze, something you can criticize, who knows? So we wait, hesitate, and we're making such a mistake. Oh, whatever can the matter be, sleeping with the enemy, you know." So there is a progression of his thoughts in this song. First, he feels a duty to fight in this war, even though he doesn't really care about it. Then he starts to question like the leading forces' motives behind this war. Then he looks to guidance from a spiritual source on this thing, potentially. And now he's saying like, it's time to figure out exactly what this is and why we're doing it. He said, "Had a dream it was time to be a witness at the scene of the crime. That is something you can analyze." So he's saying we need to put our minds together, actually think about what's going on, see why it's happening, how it's happening, and how it affects us, and make an informed decision on if we should be participating or not. So is this a war even worth fighting? Is this worth our lives? So using critical thinking kind of puts a system of like checks and balances for whatever this authority is. Man, this is some deep stuff. Great recommendation from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys on the flip.